The next Deming concept is don't just do something, stand there. And this is great advice because, again, we often make faulty assumptions. A situation happens, we misread it oftentimes, and we haven't thought through all the factors involved. We make a quick assumption and we act upon that, and then the whole situation turns into a mess. This little faulty assumption thing, again, is what Deming is addressing. Don't just do something, stand there. Stand there and think about the situation from different angles, what might be going on before you go in and make a fool out of yourself. This is also part of emotional intelligence, where if the situation is emotional for us, like we're upset, it makes us mad, nobody knows that we're mad yet, right? So we control our emotions, read the situation, and hope it, and we have somebody else that might be emotional too, so then we can read them and then try to work to make things better instead of making things worse. Over time, practicing don't just do something, stand there. Over time, the analysis process should and will speed up. You'll get better at not reacting, but thinking about the situation. You might get in trouble in the workplace, and now you're in a situation in the workplace, right? And holding back, maintaining your emotions, reading the other person, while this computer of your brain goes, what's going on? You have a better chance of survival. I have been through this. It was a nasty situation, and I hate to say it, but I watched many, many people hang themselves. They weren't able to just stand there and do nothing. They thought they had to react, and that got them into big trouble. Later on, I said to them, you didn't have to do that. You could have stood there and do nothing. So that's part of the curse of Deming is watching others do this. Why are so many people in jail? Don't end up in jail. Probably because they made a quick reaction, they got emotional, they went into attack mode and got themselves into trouble. And the whole thing may have been a misunderstanding, a faulty assumption to begin with, say a jealousy kind of thing. They misread the situation, went on attack, and now they're in jail. So you don't want that to happen. Also, it helps to protect yourself. You might be at the grocery late at night and you feel that something is up, and you're able to stay calm, read the situation, and maybe you're feeling like there might be an attack going on, but you can control yourself and hopefully control the situation to avoid trouble. I've been there too. I just knew I was going to get it, but I turned the table and actually started having fun with the scary potential person. So don't just do something, stand there. It also helps to realize, I think I can say this, that everybody wants to be cool. And they might be being cool in their own way, and maybe they made a mistake, but they still want to be cool, right? So we have to understand that and try to make them feel cool in some situations. Also note that you, the employees, co-workers are fragile. Maslow in the Psyche and Management says, assume that people are tougher than you think they are. I disagree with that. I think people are very fragile. And it's how they are approached that matters. They want to feel cool. They don't want to feel like they're belittled or anything, obviously belittled, but you have to, it's not so much what you're asking them to do, it's how you ask them and how you approach them. They want respect, right? A lot of managers don't get this, and they ruin the people, and as Deming says, once you ruin the people, there won't be much left. Now, I want to take it over here to, well, not yet. In my case, I might have say a kid that's really moody, and my kid, that's moody and showing an attitude, right? And then, you know, or it's you and your spouse goes, you need to do something about this situation. They're getting arrogant and they're out of control. Oh, wait a second. Before you get shoved in to create more problems, don't just do something, stand there. Think about the situation. Why would a teenager be moody and arrogant? There's 1,000 different possibilities there, right? So they're external factors. What's going on there? They're not normally like this, so maybe there's something going on that we don't know about. So before you jump in and start going, you know, you better work on your attitude, young lady, you might want to step back and just think about things. Maybe it'll correct itself. Maybe it was a bad day. But to create enemies is not going to help anything, right? So then I get accused of, as usual, you don't do anything. I go, I'm not going to go create more problems, right? I'm going to sit right here and think about it until I have something. Okay, also realize that, you know, the impact that fear has on situations. Let's say that somebody stands you up. They were supposed to pick you up to go somewhere or something like that, and they don't show up. We automatically, I think, most of the time, go into a reaction that's based on fear. Now, we don't even know why they didn't show up. Maybe they passed out. Maybe they had a car accident. Maybe they're in trouble. We don't know, but we automatically go into this mode right here. And this goes for managers too. Like an employee don't show up and then you automatically, you know, I'm going to get them. Well, you don't know what happened to them. Don't just do something, stand there. But anyway, the typical reaction would be fear of rejection. The person didn't pick me up. I was forgotten. The fear of being not respected. They don't respect me. The fear of not being important. Think about it. It clicks, it goes. The fear of being mocked, maybe. The fear of not being loved. And also the fear of loss. The fear of being forgotten. The fear of not being important. And then we go into attack mode. So I think this will create a lot of problems even when there's not a problem there. So don't just do something, stand there. You'll have a much better life. You won't create your own problems. And you can think through things before you act.